Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what's going to happen in the rest of chapter 4, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. So first I'm going to do a quick recap of what's happened so far, so what I'm about to say will make sense. So, Season 1, we're introduced to a new group called the Oathbound. They're not really a new group, they're just the IO from the past, but that's not really too important. What's important right now is the Rift Warden, Stellan. He's told us that he's been forced to create a rift gate by the Shapeless Man. We don't know who that is yet, could be Geno, could be the Nothing, but all that matters is the rift gate itself. So we help him build it, and as it gets turned on, it gets hijacked by Evie from the Peace Syndicate, which brings the city to the island for Season 2. In this season, the syndicates are on the brink of war due to a saboteur, Triarch Nox. We don't really know too much about him, but what we do know is that he's more than likely part of the last reality. Throughout the season he was sabotaging the different syndicates, like stealing their weapon plans, but also deleting files. Most importantly, files on the last reality, which is why it seems likely that he must be working with them, also working with the Unseen. So once we reunite all the syndicates, we have to stop the Unseen and cut their connections with the last reality, also Triarch Nox. So we do that, and then at the end of the season, all the syndicates are united, everything's good, but due to the impact of Mega City, the island is starting to collapse and reveals a jungle in Season 3 Wilds. Once again, nothing too important here, except for Rumble Ruins that has some artwork inside that shows us an upcoming eclipse and a vampire, but we don't know anything about that yet. But what's more important is that Sloane's back, and she's found an apparatus. Throughout the season we help her repair it and turn it on, and it shows us a star map, which indicates, once again, an eclipse. Now, Season 4 begins and Kado Thorn is on the island. Once again, nothing too important, he's just a vampire that time travels to steal things. Now that's the key, the time machine. Now Kado Thorn's pretty much the same as the Oathbound, the Syndicates, the Explorers, essentially only lasted one season. The seasons afterwards weren't really too important, so I think he'll be the same. The only really important thing is his time machine. So here's how I think the rest of the season will play out. So over the next month or so, we'll continue to help Nolan Chance convince his old team to join back, as they're currently mad at him right now, and then we'll get to Fortnite 2023. The eclipse will actually be on the map now, Kado Thorn will be the vampire, and we'll be ready for the heist. So we'll defeat Kado Thorn really easily, like I've mentioned, probably won't last more than one season, and then we'll be able to steal his time machine, which is what we really need. But one thing we need to mention for Season 5, we know that Kado Thorn is powered by the eclipse. We don't know if that's what enables his time machine, if that's what brings him to the present. All that we know is that the eclipse is important to Kado Thorn. Whoever said that has to be a natural eclipse? No one. So, I think just like everyone theorized at the end of Season 3, the eclipse is going to be caused by the Cube's Cradle, which will return for Season 5. Since Fortnite will run right into the end of the season, since the new season starts November 3rd, which will be right after Fortnite, so that'll be perfect after we've just defeated Kado and stole his time machine. So, with Season 5, there's two options that can happen. One of them is that we're strong enough to defeat the last reality once and for all, and they're gone for good. But the more likely option is that we use the time machine to escape, and we go back to before Chapter 1 and escape them for good that way. Either way, I think this is going to be the end of the last reality for good. We won't see them anymore, because first off, this story arc has been lasting almost 6 years now. It's about 5.5 currently, because it began in 2018 May, so it's almost been 6 years. And also, Donald Mustard has just announced that he's retiring from the Fortnite scene and Epic Games altogether, so it'd be a great time to end his story arc that he's been building as well, which will mean that Chapter 5 will either begin a new story arc, or this will be the end of the Fortnite story as we know it. They might continue to build it, but this will be the main end of it. But I think the most likely option is that this is just the first story arc, because it'd be kind of dumb for Epic to just stop the storyline now, because there are a lot of people that obviously love the storyline. So yeah, thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.